What is up, Shady Sports Network? I'm back here tonight with a special guest from California, Mr. Shacor Hamilton. Shacor, how you doing today, man?
Great, I'm doing good. Amazing.
Man, so first question for you, man. You're in the off season. It's a quiet time for every athlete out there. How has your off season been so far?
Oh man, my off season has definitely been interesting with a lot of training, and I could just say I've been kind of like training really hard and somewhat overtraining, I guess you could say. So right now I'm just taking a different approach to training right now, but off season has been great, man.
That's really great to hear. So, when you're training, what does your routine look like?
Right now, I'm attending a junior college. I'm not an athlete there, but I have facility access, like gym, different things like that. So what I do is, I have a turf field accessible to me. I have a bunch of equipment. Um, I try to really take a different approach to my off season. I was able to work with a 9-year CFL veteran. His name is Kamar Jordan. I was able to, be mentored and train with that guy this off season. And the things that I learned from him very recently, coming back to Pennsylvania. I was born in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the guy went to my high school, and he graduated from the same high school as me. We ended up meeting one another, and I had gotten an opportunity to work with him this off season. So, that was this off season. I want to highlight that because he plays a big role in a lot of things that I was able to accomplish as far as a route runner is concerned. And yeah, man, last off season in Los Angeles actually was very interesting because I was able to work with some trainers that trained Rashad for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was able to work with a different trainer, wide receiver, movement specialist trainer in Los Angeles at that time. So my off seasons are really, I take the approach of like, I know a lot. I've been playing football my whole life, but I do take an approach to where I want to learn things from mentors, from people who have been at higher levels so that, if I get to that level, if I'm able to reach that level, then I'll be able to, know what's going on. So I take that approach to it. I try to learn from the big dogs and put that in, craft like that.
And that's awesome to hear that you're getting mentored by people who have experience, especially the trainer for Tampa Bay running back, Rashid White. Rashid, he's a player from a Division II school who made it to the NFL. So that's awesome to hear that you're kind of on a similar pathway. So, you're going to a junior college right now, and due to NCAA rules, you can't come back and play because you were already a pro athlete. So, that process must be kind of interesting for you walking around campus, knowing that you could probably go out there and dominate, but, you can't.
Yeah, that is very interesting that you asked that because it is, man. But I do have a different approach now that I've made it to this level. And my approach is and thought pattern is sort of let me see what I can do to help. So right now I'm at a place called San Jose City College. It's near San Francisco. It's the Bay Area. It's the bottom of the Bay Area. And they have an okay football team, but they were 5-5 last year. They play some, kind of odd competition that's up here in the Bay Area. I went to Santa Monica College, which is a junior college in Southern California, which has a lot more competition. So, well, it had a lot more competition back then. I had a lot of 2 different All-Americans on my squad when I was there playing, and they made it to the NFL, and they're not even playing football anymore. But long story short, I'm trying to help out at that school with trying to train receivers and running backs.
Man, you got the full package. You got to go as a student. You got to go as a coach. That's a great deal for sure. So a lot of people, I'm very interested in junior college football. I watch a lot of junior college football. I think junior college football is amazing. A lot of people think California has the best junior college football in the country. Would you agree with that statement?
I would agree with this statement from a standpoint of athletes. I think California has the best athletes because of the weather. They're able to train all year round. So like me coming out here, coming from a place like Philadelphia, cold, concrete jungle. And then when I was very young, I came out here as a teenager. And, that was everything for me because I was able to then, I'm a track athlete as well. I was a track athlete as well coming out of high school, and I was just as good in track as I was football. So, when I got out here, man, it was paradise for me to train. So I think that California has the best junior college athletes, but the South has the best junior college football. So, yeah, that's what I think.
That's a great analogy, great way to put it. So, you being a JUCO athlete now, or a JUCO coach per se, you're looking at this upcoming year, arena football. I guess arena is kind of like junior college in that way, where guys are grinding for their opportunity. How similar do you believe that arena football is to junior college football?
Oh man, it's spot on, just like JUCO. The way that I've had to have housing with different indoor teams, and man, I can go on about that. But it's the grit, it's the grind. We're not getting paid much money, man. We're getting paid a couple $100 just to do what we love. So everybody that I've met in indoor has been like they've had that, and we're not even coming from the mindset of football, right? Off the field, these guys have they're grit men. They're grit men. They're men that are really trying to work. They really love their sport. They're going through a lot of maybe like mental health stuff and different struggles in their personal life, but they love the sport. So indoor football has taught me a lot of hustle, man. It's taught me a lot of character. It's taught me a lot of um, it's taught me everything that I needed to know. And right now, I'm at the point where I'm ready to go back outdoor and see what can happen, see what I can get out of that. And indoor is I'll say lastly, indoor is a very different platform because you can almost get stuck there, cycle through different leagues, IFL, NAL, same thing continuously, and the pay will be what it is. So it's 100% just like junior college.
So, my final question on the junior college front is, new news in college football, in the NIL, and the transfer portal. How much do you think NIL and the transfer portal has had an effect on junior college football?
Wow, I really definitely saw some guys on campus, and I said, "Hey, man, you look, because I'm not able to coach for the school, but I'm able to. I've talked with the athletic director, and I got connected with him. I'm able to train them, but I told them, hey, man, you need to grind. You need to grind. You need to not take any snaps off because why? They're not looking at you. They're looking at a guy from Oklahoma who's probably been already to LSU. They're not looking at you. They're overlooking. When I was going to junior college at that period of time, they were looking at us. But now the transfer portal has made it that junior colleges are almost like an extension of high school, man. So it's almost like high school football. The guys are like, I see practice. I'm at practice almost every day because I'm on campus, and man, I tell you, the kids look like they're in high school. So it's a difficult. I understand that now. Junior college is a highly different place, and I just want to help those guys. Just want to help those guys.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. You coming back. So, looking at you wanting to go back outdoors, I mean, that's a different step, going from indoor to outdoor. There's a new outdoor league start called the IFA, the International Football Alliance. There's also the LFA, there's the ELF, there's the USFL, there's the XFL. Ideally, what league would you like to be in 2024?
When you come from indoor, you do have that kind of. I'm so grateful for everything, but at the same time, if I had to make my choices, I would love to play in the LFA in Mexico. Number one, I know that there's levels to everything, but I would love to play secondly in the XFL. um, thirdly, I would maybe love to play maybe in Europe, but it would depend on what league it is out there. I know things. I have a lot of friends who played over there who are playing right now, who are jumping from team to team, and it's just like, whoa, what are we supposed to do? Like how do we as football players continuously go from team to team? We lose our identity sometimes, and our comfortability. So I would go overseas to Europe, but it would just have to really be the right situation. So yeah.
That's good to hear. So, kind of coming up on my couple final questions here. Today, a move that I think kind of impacts you in a way is the Idaho Horsemen from the AWFC and now they're going to the NAL. Obviously, you see some of these AWFC teams and players move on. How crucial would the AWFC in developing you as a player?
How crucial? Repeat the last part.
Was the AWFC or like the Oregon High Desert Storm?
Um, like crucial as far as like what was my experience?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the AWFC, I'll tell you one thing about that league, man. I played in that league and played in a game, my first game in the league as a rookie against the best team that was in that league, and we're going to go ahead and touch on it, the Tri-City Rush. And that game was my biggest game because why? I had so many receptions. We didn't have a quarterback. We had DeAndre Churchill. I like to kind of say some names, but he's a guy from Oregon High Desert Storm that I'm, real buddies with. But Church is a safety, and he was playing quarterback. And, it was very interesting, that game, because, like, that was the team, man. All of those guys moved on to, let's see. They moved on to the NAL, the IFL. Even some guys are playing, had touched the XFL. So for me, my experience, that one game and the couple of games that I was able to compete in the AWFC, man, it was like almost like, I was like, yo, like, this right here is proving that I'm a great player, because I was going back and forth with those DBs on Tri-City, and they were hitting. But at that period of time when I was competing there in 2022 in the AWFC, very competitive, man. The Tri-City Rush ran it for a couple of years, and they were the only guys. And then now, as you see the Horsemen and, things, they kind of, they were the guys this year, and Tri-City couldn't continue. But that experience for me, man, was just crucial. It prepared me for whatever else was to come next, because I was able to see who I was as far as becoming a starter, getting the number that I wanted the second game, being the superstar, for a short period of time, and things like that, So that whole experience was it was great, man. I loved it, and I hope that the AWFC finds their identity again, because right now it's just looking like, it's just a little tiny dying league, but it made me who I am today for sure.
That's really good to hear. Well, it's been great having you on the show today. I appreciate your continued support of the network. My final question for you today is, you're going to junior college, you're getting a major, you're balancing, that and trying to pursue a career in professional football. One thing that comes to mind to me is the importance of having balance in your life. Speak about that a little bit, and where do you see yourself in the next, let's say, 2 to 3 years?
Okay, yeah. For me, right now, it's kind of like I'm pursuing my career out here, and I ultimately know that I want to live in California. I want to live in Los Angeles, and my major is administration of justice. So basically, I'm in a justice major. You can work anywhere in the justice system, but in particularly, I want to work in California, and I want to become a juvenile probation officer first. And I want to continue to help. I want to do the same thing I've been doing in football, help and inspire. And I believe that football and life goes hand in hand, and a lot of officers and different people in the field I've talked to have said to me, hey, man, we love athletes. We love athletes because you guys have a lot of discipline. You guys have a lot of hustle. You guys have a lot of things. And the best advice I can give to anyone, start your career while you're doing football, Don't wait till we're done. Don't wait till, like, unless we made Odell Beckham money, let's try to, NIL money like some of these guys are making. Us smaller league guys, we have to be realistic, man, and we have to kind of take a different approach to it, so to speak. And what I want to say is just, I know what I want to do in the next 2 to 3 years, definitely. And, I see myself being somewhere in the justice system, helping the world, helping the society of America, because we all know that America needs some help right now. So I really see myself in 2 to 3 years off the field, but still being involved in the field, still being a trainer, still, training people, still training positions. But at the same time, my job during the day, be different. I'll be still helping people, as an officer, but not a police officer. That's not what I want to do. I want to, be a different kind of officer, and then eventually, hopefully, level up and do different things, and then find another journey in life, man. Find another, another journey. I believe that life is all about different. I believe that a lot of us, everybody lives more than one life. That's the last thing I'll say. I believe everybody lives more than one life. So my life right now is football, and I love football, but I know that it's coming to an end at some point. So, yeah, that's what I have to say.
Well, your message is great. I know you're going to do great things. I really look forward to see what the future holds, and I appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys, and you can tell Shady, I really appreciate him, and it was great to have you reach out to me yesterday. I was kind of like trying to make my schedule, and I was like, man, I'm super packed right now with class, work, and everything, and then I was like, you know what, let me just do it, and that's why I'm here at the park, but it's just like I'm really grateful to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys recognizing me because I really come from nothing. I'm really an underground player that not too many people know about, and I appreciate you guys giving me the platform in order to kind of get my name out there.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.